starting five for your Dallas Mavericks.
Hey, Coach, it's in. NBA opening night. One of the best dates on the calendar. I know you're as excited as I am.
I sure am. Finally, Kevin, we get some games that count. We've been waiting months for tonight, and I love how at this point, everybody has playoff aspirations.
A lot of optimism, isn't there, Coach?
There sure is. This is the best day of the year.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Malone is out there with Gervin. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Johnson, and it's Embiid in its center, locking down the middle. Malone gets the bucket.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
So agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, Maravich.
And when you think of Maravich, his ball handling and passing comes to mind. He's really sublime and unique in those categories.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Now here's Booker, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. It's good on the putback.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Cousins with a screen on Booker. And here's Maravich from the arc. It's rebounded by Johnson.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
Now, here is Maravich. Pass to Lucas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Johnson, the pass to Gervin. Now here's Malone. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And he gets it to go.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Irving against Johnson. Outside Irving. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Yeah, Kyrie isn't the kind of guy to back off. He rises to the defense's challenge, never intimidated.
And Gervin kicks to Booker. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it's Gervin finishing it off.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Mavericks.
Timeout.
Trailing by 4. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. 5th, the Timberwolves.
Well, they played great defense last season. They had great rim protection, and they were very disruptive.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Back to Irving. Johnson with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 4. Malone in the high post. Here's Embiid, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
And it's no secret that Embiid enjoys the spotlight. When he gets a chance to show off some, he seizes it.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here is Maravich. Over to the wing. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
At the top of the key, Malone. Hits from the high post. That's 7 points for Karl Malone.
A lethal shooter from mid-range. Malone loves taking those shots when the D gives him the space.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Cousins dishes to Irving. Over Johnson. Minnesota with the rebound. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
He gets that one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Maravich the pass to Irving. Outside Irving. Outside Irving. To stop the drought, and Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has an incredible gift.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Lowry against Price. Lowry passes to Johnson. Inside. Here's Aldridge. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Price with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And Mark Price gets the 3.
And with Price, you know, you not only get the range, you get the consistency. One of the league's most accurate shooters.
Pass to Aldridge. Outside for Lowry. Şengün with the screen for Lowry. Cranes the three-pointer.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Shoots. Danley can't get it to fall.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Petrovic with the pass to Şengün. Johnson right side. Outside for Lowry. Clock at 4. Shoots over Price, and there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by Johnson. Lowry's got 5 points so far. There's a minute 34 left here in the opening quarter. Now, Hero. Defense right on him. Williams sets a screen for Hero. Pass to Williams. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
A pretty talented distributor. Tyler Hero isn't one to force his own look.
Lowry passes to Şengün. Back to Lowry. Pass to Petrovic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Now Haywood plays it up and banks it in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Aldridge. Shot from 12. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Now Hero guarded closer. Picked by Haywood. There's the triple. That shot off the mark. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Timberwolves lead by 11. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, I'm seeing that their second chance points are exactly what every coach wants to see. Hustling on the offensive glass to convert every possession they can.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Devin Booker. Malone is out there with Embiid. Then there's Gervin. And it's Johnson in at the point. Irving, good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Now Cousins, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. Johnson with the block.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
A nice shot by Gervin.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Maravich against Booker. Here's Johnson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Maravich. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker.
Clearly a foul.
Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones. Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Embiid, the pass to Malone. And the shot is good. Malone's got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Irving against Johnson. Irving dishes to Cousins. The 19-foot shot and the rejection by Embiid. Irving looking for an opening. A second chance effort.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Now Johnson. And there's the drive. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Both free throws good for Irving. And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Because you want to see the finish, don't you? You want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where the excitement happens.
Booker outside. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And the basket by Johnson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the last few years we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players. But with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects, and about 3/4 of the tradable picks hoarded by just a third of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on. And Minnesota has possession. The Mavericks making the shot. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. No good from Maravich. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. And the rejection by Cousins.
When he puts everything he has into his defense, Cousins can be a force. Big, strong, and smart. Of course, he's going to block his share of shots when he's committed.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Booker with no one around. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Maravich, good.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Embiid. Williams with the block. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. The Timberwolves, #1.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Haywood's checked in for Lucas. And it's Tyler Hero in for Maravich. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Şengün's checked in for Embiid. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Karl Malone. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Gervin. And Petrovic subbed in for Booker. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Right side hero. Petrovic with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 12. Here's Johnson. The shot will not fall. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Over in the corner, Williams. Dallas moving it around. Williams, a screen on Şengün. Into the lane, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now, here is Irving. Here's Haywood. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Haywood's got his second basket of the game.
And how about that decision by Kyrie? That's why you want the ball in his hands.
Pass to Petrovic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And you got to like how they're working the ball inside this quarter. They were struggling to do that earlier. Now they're showing the focus to take the ball inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Price is checked in for Kyrie Irving. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate. Okay, let's take a look at Alperen Şengün.
He's coming off an excellent season, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team.
And Joe Johnson is an incredibly gifted scorer. They call him ISO Joe. He can beat anyone one-on-one.
Haywood gets the bucket.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lowry. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Price. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Price has got 5.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half. Petrovic. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks trail by 9. Price passes to Dantley. Back to Price. Clock at 6. Petrovic with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Aldridge finds Lowry. Driving inside. Haywood with the rebound. Here's Dantley. There's Hero with the 3. That shot no good. And so it's Minnesota in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end.
Okay, guys, now let's see what the fans are. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game so far from Karl Malone.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, look, even when you put a body on him, he finds ways to extend possession.
So with Williams on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Irving is out there with Maravich. Then it's Lucas, and it's Irving at the 3 spot. Lucas against Malone. Irving from long range. Rebound, Minnesota. At one point, they led by 16.
And they continue to control the glass.
Gervin outside. Oh, that's blocked. To the middle. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Yeah, dynamic finish by Cousins. Not a freak athlete, but he's a gamer for sure.
Malone is screen on Maravich. Here's Booker. Hits the target from 18 feet. And the Timberwolves lead by 9. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Irving against Johnson. Outside, Maravich. And it's good for 2. Maravich has got 8 points.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Malone sets the pick for Booker. From past the arc. Lucas with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
On the wing, Maravich. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys. Here's Johnson. 6 points for him. Outside, Gervin. Here's Malone. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Man, we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And that's the last guy you want to defend inside. Malone is just too good near the hoop.
And both free throws good for Malone. Mavericks trail by 6. Maravich kicks to Cousins. Irving passes to Maravich. Cousins with a screen on Booker. No good from Maravich. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvements here. And a wide open look for Irving. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Offensive rebound. Malone, good. Malone's got 18 points in the game.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Booker against Maravich. And good that time.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Embiid with a screen on Irving. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Haywood's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Johnson. That's in, coming off the assist from Gervin. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions. And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Mark Williams is checked in for Lucas. Tyler Hero comes in for Maravich, and it's Price in for Irvin. Just 3 to shoot. Johnson for 3. Rebound by Williams. Mavericks trailed by 8. It's tipped. Haywood kicks to Hero, and stolen by Şengün. Hero against Lowry. Pass to Petrovic. Outside for Lowry. Haywood with the rebound.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Hero. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And there's the call on Mark Williams. That's his first foul. Minnesota leading by 8. Lowry with the ball. He's got 5. And that one's good by Petrovic.
Seems like Lowry always knows where his teammates are.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. In the 3rd spot, the Timberwolves.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
So it's the Mavericks now. It's a 10-point game. Nice passes to Haywood. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And he's able to get it back. 4 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. That misses off the backboard.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And the basket is good. And now it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
And Johnson doesn't lack confidence attacking inside. I just love watching him go to work down low.
Hero passes to Williams. He gets it in there.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Johnson outside. Aldridge a screen. Johnson left side. An easy 2 points on the layup. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
To the inside. Here's Hero. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. At one point, they led by 16. Johnson attacking. Pass to Petrovic. Williams with the block. And he gets it back. Here's Şengün. And it falls over the rim and in. Şengün's got his first basket of the night.
For as hard as Şengün plays, he's always so relaxed on the floor.
Down low. Here's Dantley. Dallas moving it around. Shots good by Hero.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 8. Outside Lowry. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lowry. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Hero. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Hero's got 5. Johnson outside. Puts up a deep 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Gervin, Joel Embiid out there at Malone. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Johnson in at the point guard position.
And you know, defenses try to get physical with Booker, and now he's used to that. He just plays through the contact.
Here's Irving, and he banks in the layup.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Johnson against Irving. Johnson, the pass to Booker. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Booker against Maravich. Oh, good on that one. Good D by Booker. And so Booker will bring it up for Minnesota, leading by 12. Outside Gervin. Booker is screen on Irving. Pass to Malone. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
What I appreciate about Malone is he just understands his strengths and is incredible at playing to them.
Free throw drops for Malone. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Maravich kicks to Irving. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, that's one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see their lineups get sorted out.
Malone. No good that time. Mavericks trailed by 15. Outside Irving. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Have to be careful guarding Irving. When you're too physical, he uses the contact against you.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Outside Malone. Pass to Booker. There's the 3. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And that one drops.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Johnson against Irving. Booker outside. From deep. And it's Irving with the rebound.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time. Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And 11 points for Devin Booker.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Lucas a screen on Booker. Here's Maravich. Pass to Cousins. Puts it up from 17. That ball. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. Maravich has got 3 assists tonight. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And Gervin kicks to Booker. Embiid sets the pick for Booker. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trailed by 11. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Cousins.
And guys, in the open court, that's where Dr. J has you holding your breath. He is a human highlight reel.
Johnson dishes to Booker. Malone a screen on Maravich. On the jam by Karl Malone.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Lucas. Irving from long range. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Outside Irving. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Malone's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. To the inside, and stolen by Lucas. And now Irving pushing it up, no one back to stop him. Here's Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And it's Malone missing.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter, but coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Embiid. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Wow, Embiid pulls the defender in close and then gets all the contact he wants. Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
And he sinks the second.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Johnson against Irving. Steps back and drains the jump shot.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Timberwolves leading by 8. To the middle. Here's Malone. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Lucas. Irving passes to Irving. Over Johnson. Irving misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Johnson finds Embiid. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Malone. It's rebounded by Dallas. Lucas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Maravich. Cousins trying to free himself up. No good from Maravich.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
And so it's Dallas with him, trailing by 10. Takes a step back. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Embiid. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Booker the pass to Johnson. They double-team Johnson. And Gervin kicks to Malone. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Lucas with the rebound. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Dallas. And here's Maravich for 3. Good on the triple.
And that's why they call him the pistol. One of the most entertaining scorers in the game, and finding that one from deep.
Booker dishes to Embiid. Johnson, the pass to Booker. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
For 3.
And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Johnson finds Malone. Here's Gervin, covered by Irving. To the paint, here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
2 emphatic points. Devin Booker.
Maravich dishes to Cousins. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA.
And welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. Brand new season. So glad to have you with us on this journey. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Fame. And it's still early in the season, but it's always a good time to check out some... Power rankings. A lot could change before playoff time. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Thunder are, they're fighting their way up into a higher position, trying to put those early season issues behind them and get where they believe they belong.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. They've got Klay Thompson. He's out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Parrish in at the center position, locking down the middle. Westbrook against Cunningham. Clock at 6. Pass to Parrish. Three-pointer, Anthony. Chamberlain. Pulls it in. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Now here's Cunningham. He's covered closely. Hits wide right, hits off the rim. The Thunder have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Chamberlain gets the bucket.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Anthony outside. Here's the three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
You know, you can tell the three-point shot is something that Melo has developed over his course of time in the league.
Pass to Worthy. Back to Westbrook. And jams it home. Westbrook.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. And the bucket is good. Anthony's got 5 now.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
They set a pick. Here's Bosch. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Parrish. Anthony with it. Just 5 on the clock. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Worthy. Pass to Bosch. Back to Westbrook. Here's Bosch. Shot clock at 6, and there's a pick. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And here's Cunningham outside. Chamberlain pulls it in. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Worthy. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Westbrook outside. Over Anthony. Westbrook can't hit.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And the first one at the line is good. We're excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, BA, absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
Tipped. Chamberlain gets the bucket. Chamberlain's got 6.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Anthony, the pass to Cunningham. Now Thompson. On the wing, Anthony. He has 7. That one goes. Count it. He's got 9.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find many players in the league that are as strong in the mid-range as Melo.
These are his first free throws of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First one falls for him. And so Westbrook nails both of them.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Brunson against Westbrook. And Brunson, here we go. And the foul called on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Harper's checked in.
Coming up to the floor for your Thunder, number 15, Ron Harper.
Left side Brunson. Nails the baby hook.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Thunder trail by 3. Here's Harper. Pass to Odom. For 3. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Brunson with it to the inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. All right, let's look back on last season for a moment. Here were your scoring leaders. Jalen Brunson, 4th.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
That one's no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. And the Nuggets call time here.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
So it's Denver now. Reeves finds Wagner. Six on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Brunson looks it over. Pulls up. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Reeves against Oladipo. He nails it, and we're tied.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Now Brunson. Harper pulls it in.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Jalen Brunson picks one up. First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for your Oklahoma City, Ron Harper. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw misses. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Here's Brunson. A minute 9 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Graham. Lets it go from 11. Randolph grabs the miss. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Oladipo on the wing. He's covered by Reeves. To the paint. A nice shot by Lambier. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Well, Oladipo is as good a combination guard as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Steps back.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Grant with a screen on Oladipo. Here's Reeves. Oladipo knocks it loose.
Well, how about the athleticism of Victor Oladipo twice on the pipes?
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter. And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Wagner outside. To end the run. The shot comes out. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And it's Chamberlain in at center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Thompson, deflected. Here's Starks, still without a bucket. Three-pointer off the mark. Three-pointer, Anthony. No luck on that one. Oklahoma City leading by 6. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. And the Thunder shooting an efficient 57% tonight. And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Russell Westbrook, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Pass to Starks. To the middle. Here's Westbrook. Misses from close range. Nuggets trail by 6. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Both free throws good from Cunningham.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
Here's Starks. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
For Denver, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Here's Willis. And there it is for him. Now here's Westbrook. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Well, Russell Westbrook, over the history of his career, has always thrived near the basket. That is beautifully done.
Pass to Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. And Worthy pulls it down.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's Bosch, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, superb awareness from Russell Westbrook. Understands where the gaps in the defense, almost impossible to check in the pick and roll.
Now a timeout called by Denver. All right, some time here to take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the league's top shooting squads from last year. The Thunder, 3rd, 4th, Denver.
And the way both of these squads shot the ball last season was tremendous. Trusting in one another, following their offensive game plan, and executing with confidence.
Anthony outside. From the corner, tipped, and it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Cunningham, and it's off the back of the rim, no good.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Starks the pass to Worthy, and he throws it down with one hand.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Pass to Willis. Three-pointer, Anthony. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
That attack mentality like he does so often. Melo just putting on an offensive clinic here.
Westbrook against Cunningham. Westbrook can't hit.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Pass to Willis. Back to Cunningham. The Nuggets need to get one up. The 3 from Thompson. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Worthy. He's guarded by Anthony. Bosch, the pass to Starks. He buries it from 3. Starks has got 5 points in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And here's Anthony. 12 points for him. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
You know, averaging over a half-dozen free throw attempts a game for his career. I mean, Melo's so skilled at getting to the free throw line.
Trying their best to catch up. Can't fault their performance from the line, especially this quarter. They've been impeccable from the line here in the second period, doing what they can to try to build some momentum.
Brunson with a double team. Back to Oladipo. Here's Starks. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Starks has got 7.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
And the Nuggets call time here. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Harper, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wagner, the pass to Brunson. Zubac, the screen. Fires the 3. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Monday, they head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. Then on Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Portland, going up against the Blazers.
And that game against Sacramento, that's a contest that I'll keep an eye on. That'll be the 5th time they take it to the floor, and they want to get off to a fast start this year.
There are a few things that you love about Victor Oladipo. Number one, the energy and effort he plays with every night. His willingness to carry a load on the offensive end. But more than that, guys, it's the tone and tenor of unselfishness that he sets for this entire group.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
For three, Oladipo. It's rebounded by Grant. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for Denver, trailing by 8. Their first chance this season playing the Thunder.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
Grant the screen. Wagner, he's open. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, this is how much respect the opposition has for Zebo down there. Randolph understands how to make the defender foul him.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Oladipo against Reeves. Down low. Here's Zubac. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. That's a flagrant 1 foul.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant 1 there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game.
It's been great watching Ivica Zubac's growth. This guy, his game has evolved, and his role is increasing.
Reeves, the pass to Wagner. 56 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Here's Odom. He's got 5. Over Brunson. Odom can't hit.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Right side, Brunson. The baseline, Jay. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Consistency as a jump shooter. Jalen Brunson with that quick, compact release.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the inside. A nice shot by Lambier. Lambier's gotten his second bucket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Brunson with it. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so that brings the first half to a close. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 8. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Welcome.
When you take care of the boards, usually things turn out well, unless you're getting shot out the gym.
Which hasn't happened yet.
And looking ahead, thanks for tuning in.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Boy, you got to like what Carmelo Anthony has done in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the court right now for the Nuggets. They've got Cunningham, also Thompson out there. And it's Parrish in at the 5 spot. Worthy passes to Chamberlain. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Anthony outside. There's a screen. Lets it go from deep. Counted from distance. Anthony's got 17 points.
His three-point shot can be streaky from game to game and season to season, but Melo certainly a threat from out there.
Here's Worthy. Over Anthony. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway.
Boy, you don't see it often. Klay Thompson letting you know he can finish emphatically.
Westbrook, the pass to Bosch. Kicks it out to Westbrook. And the shot goes. Give him 8 points now.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Nuggets trail by 7. Now a timeout called by Denver.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Here's Thompson. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Well, no matter what else he does, Klay Thompson will always be known for his scoring. There are plenty of other things he does on the court to contribute, but scoring is his #1 job.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Worthy. Great positioning on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Back to Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. Cunningham looking it over. Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
It never ceases to amaze. Melo makes putting up big numbers like this look so effortless. What a performance.
Fires top of the key. Westbrook with the miss.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Thompson fires from way outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Now just a 2-point Oklahoma City lead. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Here's Starks. 7 points in the game. Here's Bosch. They grabbed their own miss.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Westbrook against Cunningham. Westbrook, the pass to Worthy. From deep. Westbrook can't hit.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Anthony outside. Five to shoot. Into the lane. That evens the score. Anthony's got 7 now in this quarter.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Pass to Starks. Back to Westbrook. Here's Bosch. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Bosch has got his second basket of the night.
Westbrook on multiple occasions has averaged double-digit assists. You know he knows exactly when to deliver the pass.
Thompson, a screen on Westbrook. Anthony with it. It's Thompson, high post. Cunningham against Westbrook. Cade taking it in, and he banks in the layup. Cunningham's got 6.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. A line change here for Oklahoma City. All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. Second, the Thunder.
The steals numbers only tell part of the story. This was a team that made trouble for every opponent with their incredible effort on the defensive end.
Here's Oladipo. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 6 points for him.
Oladipo is a star, and he powers through the contact to convert.
Wagner outside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop. In multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Denver.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
I think the other thing they've done exceptionally well tonight is shoot the mid-range and take advantage of those opportunities. Anytime they're given a look, they have delivered.
Wagner, right side. Zubac with a screen on Oladipo. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Boy, how about that touch on the roll by Zubac? Nice finish.
There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter of the game. Harper passes to Lambier. Here's Randolph. To the paint. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam. Man, what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
Outside Brunson. Lots of room. And again, it's Denver converting.
We know that the defense in today's NBA wants to take away the rim and the three. Mr. Brunson says, I'll take that mid-range.
Pass to Odom. The three ball. Rebound by the Nuggets. 1:07 left in the third quarter. Outside Brunson. The steal. They're running. Here's Odom. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
43 seconds left in the third. Zubac screen inside. Randolph grabs the miss. The Thunder have gone 7 of 13 in the second half. Lambier passes to Harper. Here's Odom, defended by Wagner. Count it. Odom's got 9.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Nuggets trail by 3.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Here's Brunson. Off target from the wing. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Oklahoma City ahead. They lead by 3. And we're... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Russell Westbrook, and it's Bosch in at the 4-man spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Pass to Wagner. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Here's Starks. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Austin Reeves picks one up.
Good man. The defender really went after him.
A different look for Denver. Anthony's checked in for Wagner. Thompson comes in for Reeves. And Cunningham subbed in for Brunson.
Well, the critical free throw was the one to make it a 2-possession game, and he got it.
Grant outside. Pass to Parrish. Thompson outside. Three-pointer, no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Worthy. He's guarded by Anthony. Here's Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. And that one's good.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's Worthy from outside the arc. And Russell Westbrook gets a 3. Westbrook's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Anthony. Back to Cunningham. Can they get it? Buries the jump shot.
They finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Here's Worthy. He's guarded by Anthony. With some arc. It's deflected. Westbrook against Cunningham. Pass to Willis. Now here's Thompson. Oh, and Clay makes that 3 look so easy.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Thunder leading by 5. To the right side. Here's Bosch, defended by Thompson. Here's Starks. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Nuggets. Anthony, the pass to Willis. Shoots a fadeaway. And another basket for Denver.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Pass to Starks. Here's Chamberlain. Here's Westbrook. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Westbrook's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Anthony outside. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Banked it in off the glass. Anthony's got 23 points. Thunder leading by 3. Bosch, the pass to Chamberlain. Here's Bosch. Rebounded by Denver. Willis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Thompson for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Starks. Pass to Bosch. Out to the right wing. Here's Worthy. He's guarded by Anthony. There's the double with Thompson. Fades. Got a hand on it. Here's Anthony. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, he's not settled. Melo taking it to the D and making himself get to the free throw line.
And Anthony drops them both. Here's Westbrook. Down low. Here's Chamberlain. And that one is stuffed right through.
We know Russ can do this. He's averaged double-digit assists numerous times in his career.
Nuggets trail by 3. Anthony outside. Pass to Cunningham to tie it up. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Cunningham against Westbrook. Here's Willis. Thompson outside. Six to shoot. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Chamberlain's got rebound number 8 now. Westbrook with it. Picked up by Cunningham.
Wow. You know the ball is going in when Russell Westbrook steps into these moments. Just so adept at hitting big shots.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that.
To say it's not easy to guard Russell Westbrook is an understatement. This guy's quickness and leaping ability make him a nightmare.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
Pass to Anthony. Fade away. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one.
Whenever you need a huge bucket, you know they're going to look to Melo. This is when he shines.
Westbrook, the pass to Chamberlain. Fades back. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Chamberlain's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Westbrook taking his time here. Shot clock at 6. The teardrop. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th. And here's Thompson for 3. He connects! And now they trail by just 4.
Klay Thompson loves delivering in tight spots. How easy does he make that big bucket look?
And Westbrook draws the double. Here's Worthy. Pass to Starks. Here's Worthy. He's guarded by Anthony. Here's Starks. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Klay Thompson pulls down the board.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Now a timeout called by Denver. They're down by 4. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
That they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
They are unconscious cautious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul. First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point push, and what poise.
The Nuggets want a timeout. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And here's Thompson for 3. And buries it from deep. Oh, an enormous three-pointer. He got it up in time. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last-minute shot is offline. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5. Starks the pass to Harper. Here's Chamberlain. Here's Harper. And he lobs it up.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, VA.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Outside Brunson. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Starks. Here's Worthy. Brunson defending. Fades and shoots. Parrish with a rebound. Parrish has got rebound number 11. Anthony finds Brunson. Overtime just getting started here. Just about a minute in. The 3 from Thompson. The rebound by Bosch.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Harper, defended by Thompson. There's a screen. Clock at 6. Pass to Starks. The 3 is up. Pure from three-point range. And the Thunder lead by 5.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open. They just got burned.
Cunningham's checked in for Denver. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Drops in the layup for 2. Anthony's got 29 points.
Now, just such a high percentage look, but with Melo, it's almost just a given. Tough to stop.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Harper passes to Starks. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Here's Anthony. Parrish, the pass to Anthony. Cunningham on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. Thunder leading by 5. To the inside. Chamberlain passes to Harper. Second chance shot. Chamberlain, no good.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
To the paint. Intercepted. Pass to Worthy. To the middle. Here's Bosch. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to go during this overtime period. Here's Harper. Rebounded by Denver. There's 47 seconds left in overtime. Thompson passes to Anthony. Step back and fire. Cash. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Westbrook, he's checked in for Harper. Westbrook drawing the double. Starks the pass to Bosch. Here's Worthy. He's guarded by Anthony. Back to Westbrook. Westbrook drawing the double. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Now a timeout called by Denver. 11 seconds left in the OT period. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
The whole arena knows they need a 3 to force another overtime.
And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime they caught a second win.
And the players getting themselves into game mode with the tip-off just moments away. This is it, opening day, the regular season here on opening day. And what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Now Golden State's starting five. We've got Anunoby. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Lucas. Then it's Richmond. And it's Johnson in at the one. Now here's Johnson. Richmond with the screen on Halliburton. 5 on the clock. Johnson's shot is off.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Edwards, no good.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Richmond with the bucket.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Outside Edwards. Halliburton passes to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
Now he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Now, here is Reed. Following the shot by Mitch Richmond. Reed kicks to Carter. Pass to Halliburton. Back to Carter. Takes a three. Wembanyama with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Johnson against Edwards. Johnson surveying the floor. Reed against Wembanyama. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Edwards, good.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Wembanyama. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Reed. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Carter with it. This one for 3. Lucas with the rebound. Lets the 3 fly. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
And stolen by Anunoby. Pass to Richmond. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Halliburton kicks to Reed. Halliburton against Johnson. Kempa screen on Johnson. Halliburton for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
You watch Halliburton shoot. The release is a little low, but it's quick and it's definite.
Edwards against Richmond. Six to shoot. And it's blocked. Now here is Carter. Nothing on the board. And here's Edwards. Richmond with the defensive effort. The Warriors trailing. Pass to Johnson. Wembanyama against Reed. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Halliburton finds Reed. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Sabonis, he's checked in for Reed. Martin comes in for Kemp. Marley's checked in for Carter. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Halliburton. Now here's Marley. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
The Suns making a change here. Williamson's checked in.
Just staying nimble inside. Williams manages to get around the contact.
Williams against Arenas. Kicks it out to Williamson. Martin with a screen on Williams. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Jalen Williams, 4th.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Williams passes to Chenier. Back to Williams. From 7, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williamson with it. Scoreless thus far. Crafty move. And that one is off. Nice D from Williams. Over Arenas. Rejected by Arenas. Back to Marley. There's 1:26 left here in the first quarter. It's hauled in by Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Golden State. And, of course, game one of the season gives them their first real look at Phoenix.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standing.
Inside. Outside for Arenas. Here's the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Pass to Ayton. Here's Chenier. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. To end the drought. Marley no good. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Chenier, covered by Williamson. Ayton a screen. Here's Chenier. Over Williamson. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's all tied in Phoenix. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Here's Johnson. No scoring in this one. So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Wembanyama is out there with Lucas. Then it's Jalen Williams. Then there's Johnson. And it's Chenier in at the shooting guard position. Wembanyama high post. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Lucas. Over Kemp. No good from Lucas. Now Phoenix shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Carter kicks it over to Arenas. Going inside, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
It's fun to just watch Arenas play. He's electric, has his own style, and what an explosive play right there.
And with this core of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for him.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Fires from deep. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Arenas has got the lead up to 5 now for Phoenix.
And you have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas, a big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Reed. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Edwards, he's checked in for Gilbert Arenas. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Halliburton against Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. And the dunk by Reed.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Halliburton. Last season, he played outstanding.
He put up about 20 points per game last season, 11 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
He's just a natural scorer and someone this offense leans on to help shoulder the load and lead the charge.
Carter outside. He's looking for Kemp and finds him. He can't get that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play. He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Halliburton passes to Reed. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Kemp with a screen for Halliburton. Shoots the 3. Good D by Johnson. Warriors trail by 3. Anunoby has the open look. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Halliburton outside. Edwards inside. He's covered by Richmond. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Four on the clock. Another block.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama, helping him knock away that one.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Suns trail by 4. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability. And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Pass to Lucas. Richmond outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Richmond's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Big group substitution here for Phoenix. Sabonis, he's checked in for Reed. Martin comes in for Sean Kemp. Williamson is checked in for Vince Carter. And Marley subbed in for Edwards. Then for the Warriors, DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Heinsohn comes in for Lucas. And it's Williams in for Johnson. Golden State on D. Pass to Marley.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in. But he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Richmond against Marley. Martin with a screen on Richmond. And here's Marley outside. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Sabonis with the steal. Williamson outside. Pass to Halliburton. Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And that's got to be painful.
Oh, yes! Yeah, and I like the creativity there by Marley. You got to like seeing him zip passes across the court.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Warriors leading by 3. Richmond kicks to Williams. Ayton trying to break free. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
And this is Martin at his best, getting that deep position and putting on the hard hat there and attacking the rim.
Williams against Arenas. Williams passes to Ayton. Williamson left side. Outside, Martin. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Martin's got 5 points in the quarter.
And every year, Williamson seems to take another leap as a distributor. Great pass on that one.
Arenas against Williams to the paint. Sabonis grabs the board. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Williamson against Williams. And it's Williamson missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Golden State moving it around. Williams passes to Ayton. Over Sabonis. And that one goes out of bounds. Fast touch by Ayton.
And here's a look at some numbers for Williamson. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged about 23 points per, 5 assists and 6 rebounds. And when they need to add defense, that's who they look to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. On deep, Marley, not his night so far. That's miss number 5 with no makes. Oh, Ayton in position. And Ayton throws it down.
He's a nimble guy for someone with that size. Ayton can get off of his feet quick for a lob.
Suns trail by 3. Outside, Arenas.
Phil Chenier. 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
Gilbert Arenas. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
first one falls. And both free throws good for Arenas.
And here in the second quarter, he's starting to work himself to the free throw line. That's a good move.
Here's Chenier. He's guarded by Marley. Ayton a screen on Marley. Here's Chenier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Chenier's got his first 2 points.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Warriors lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and I think they've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Welcome, folks, for the Phoenix Suns tonight. They're looking at what should be a good battle in a game that's still up for grabs.
The bench has stepped up to where I could see a couple of those guys closing out this game.
Yeah, we'll see how the second half goes, but they may have earned that right, given the way they came in and changed things.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take all my barbecue chicken.
That's because you're in my building, and I'm eating all the barbecue chicken, big fella.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Mitch Richmond really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Johnson. Still yet to score. They've got Edwards. Carter out there with Kemp. Then it's Reed. And it's Halliburton in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you. Owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
No good. That would have tied it. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Golden State Warriors. 3-point lead.
Does Wemby even need to jump to dunk? No. Must be nice.
The Suns shooting around 40% from the floor here. Outside, Edwards. Outside, Kemp. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before. Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Johnson kicks to Richmond. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. And now it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
On a roll here tonight. Richmond with a lot of offensive tools, and he is happy to show them off.
Reed dishes to Edwards. Poke loose. Edwards against Richmond. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Carter sets the pick for Halliburton. Kemp finds Halliburton. Six on the shot clock. Can they get it? That's good on the jump shot. Halliburton's got 5 now. Warriors leading by 8. To the middle. Down low. And it's Kemp slamming it down.
Wow, I tell you, Kemp is not your average dunker. This guy rocks the rim.
Anunoby outside. Pass to Lucas. Just 5 on the clock. The 3, Richmond. It's hauled in by the Suns. Here's Carter. Good, nice job down low. And now just a 4-point Warrior lead.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with.
Johnson outside. Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by the Suns. He's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Wembanyama, a screen on Halliburton. Johnson kicks to Lucas. Back to Johnson. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Richmond. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
The assist.
Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Get on your feet and give a warm welcome to you.
Some changes for Phoenix. Sabonis comes in for Reed. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Halliburton. And the Warriors also making a change. Jalen Williams is checked in for OG Anunoby. Sabonis against Wembanyama. Back to Arenas. Just 5 to shoot. Carter inside the three-point line, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Lucas has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Richmond kicks to Johnson. Pass to Lucas. Arenas against Johnson. Inside, Williams. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
And the ultimate combo guard. Johnson can pass with the league's best playmaker.
Edwards against Richmond. Pass to Kemp. Outside Arenas. Nailed from three-point land. Arenas has got 10 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Edwards against Richmond. A 3-ball. A rebound by Carter. Carter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Tries again. Sabonis grabs the board. Suns trail by 3. Carter right side. Williams with the defensive effort.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Driving the lane, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
That's good from Williams. Phoenix making some changes. Kenyon Martin has checked in for Kemp. Zion Williamson comes in for Vince Carter. And Marley subbed in for Edwards. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Suns trail by 5. Now Arenas, 10 points for him. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Over in the corner, Williams. The 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Just hooking the D inside. Arenas blows by the contact.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
check of the stats for Williams. Great showing for him last season. 4th in three-point field goal percentage, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And you said it, top 5 percentage from deep. I don't think last year was an aberration. He's one of the deadliest sharpshooters in the game. Arenas against Williams. Williams, a screen on Marley. The 19-foot shot. And it's Ayton missing. Suns trail by 3. From deep, Arenas. The kick out to Sabonis. It's good. This game is all even. Sabonis has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Arenas against Williams. Over Arenas. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 9 points.
And you got to get out on Williams. When he's got room to shoot from that mid-range area, he's usually spot on.
Here's Williamson. Excellent D there from Williams. The Warriors have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Here's Chenier. The kick out to Williams. Five to shoot. Pass to Ayton. Another shot. A shot by Williams, no good. The Suns trailing. Here's Arenas. Martin, the pass to Williamson. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. On deep, Marley. Rebound by Williams. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. The Warriors on top, up 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Lucas is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Williams. Then it's Heinsohn. And it's Chenier in at the shooting guard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Sean Kemp picks one up right there.
All the officials are all over that one.
Line for the Warriors, Phil Chenier, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Suns making a change here. Reed's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Now, here is Halliburton. Pass to Edwards. Launches a 3. Bucket, Edwards sliding home the 3.
A good read by Edwards, playing at his pace and carving out space for that shot.
Here's Williams. They kick out to Anunoby. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
Edwards against Richmond. Halliburton on the wing. The screen from Kemp. Halliburton passes to Marley. 5 on the clock to take the lead. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Lucas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to Johnson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Halliburton against Johnson. Kemp a screen on Johnson. Now, here's Halliburton. Tight defense on him. A 15-footer. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Marley.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Richmond with the bucket.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Could be coming your way. The loudest band picture. Who wants a t-shirt?
Carter, he's checked in for Phoenix. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He said in the huddle, we got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Edwards getting the close range, too.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Pass to Lucas. Richmond outside. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Edwards kicks to Halliburton. Kemp with a screen for Halliburton. It's Kemp on the wing. Outside Carter. Warriors with the rebound. Lucas has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Richmond. Drops in the layup for 2. Richmond's got 12 points here in the second half.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Lucas against Kemp. Edwards looking it over. Shoots over Richmond. Edwards no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Pass to Richmond. And it's Richmond finishing it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Edwards against Richmond. Edwards can't hit. Warriors leading by 6. Richmond dishes to Johnson. Pass to Lucas. Golden State moving it around. Richmond for 3. Sinks the triple. Richmond's got 26 points.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside Edwards. What a shot by Edwards.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let it.
Richmond outside. Back to Johnson. Reed against Wembanyama. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Wembanyama, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Everyone has an opinion on Victor, but my advice to Wembanyama is to ignore them and just focus on doing you out there.
Gilbert Arenas is checked in for Halliburton. Second free throw, no good.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Edwards can't hit.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Johnson against Arenas. Pass to Lucas. Richmond for 3. Drills it from outside. Richmond's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
And please give a big round of applause for your son, youth team.
Here is Edwards.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Warriors leading by 9. To the left side wing. Here's Wembanyama. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Willis Reed.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Suns trail by 10. Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Arenas.
And you can tell Arenas just has that ability as a distributor. He can pick out the ready shooter and get them the rock.
Richmond against Edwards. Shot on the wing. Richmond with the bucket. Richmond's got 31.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Edwards. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to Lucas. Wembanyama outside. Shot clock at 6. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. To the inside. Here's Kemp, and it's Kemp slamming it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
And that's how you drive your point home right there. Warriors leading by 8. Johnson right side. Rejected by Arenas. Outside Edwards. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
And an intentional foul right there. Halliburton's checked in for Gilbert Arenas.
Now into the lineup for your Suns. Number 2, Tyrese Halliburton.
Here is Richmond. Anunoby outside. Wembanyama passes to Lucas. Richmond for 3. And it's Halliburton with the rebound. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 5. Here's Reed. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws, good for Reed.
And now down to a 1-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
When they go to the intentional foul.
Second foul. 15.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Phoenix calls timeout. They're down by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
Phoenix, no good that time either. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Shooting for Golden State.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreak. And the second of two is good. That puts them up by 5. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And Edwards drops them both. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Shooting for Golden State.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game.
Carter with the 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Johnson at the line for 2.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late.